in the Ashtanga Yoga, which means the eighth path of yoga, the 8 limbs of yoga, the first 2 ones are about directions in life, not like moral principles, more like directions. The first one is called Ahimsa, means, not to create violence in this world towards yourself and other people. And then it goes on through Yama, and the second one is called Niyama, and then comes the Asana Practice, which is mentioned only with 1 or 2 sutras in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, very little, because I do think that he thought the development, evolution from asana into more finer aspects of yourself, like pranayama can give you, for example, where you start to work with your nervous system and your brain in a certain way that really affects the mind. And from there it's the so-called Pratyahara, which means the withdrawal of senses. Those 5 are more the worldly aspects. This you can practice in the world, in your family, living in society. There are no kind of restrictions or no obstacles to do that. The other 3, which is called Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi, is more meant to, you withdraw more. You still live in the world, but you withdraw. You need more time to withdraw and practice concentration techniques to reach into a meditative state of mind. And in the end, when you reach the Samadhi, you are one with God, one with yourself. No matter, you're there all the time. There is no reaction. It's not that you are cold or don't feel anything, but you don't react on that because you are within a part of yourself where it's not the emotional body is. Mahatma Gandhi took Ahimsa as his principle and worked with that and changed a lot, as we all know. And some people are choosing asana as their tool, but an asana practice without Yama and Niyama is not a yoga practice. That's just a physical practice. And because then you're more interested in your physical, in your flesh, right? What's going to become of this body. And so for me it's very important to integrate the first 2 limbs in all the other aspects of yoga. Some people are very happy with doing the first ones in a lifetime. We don't talk about a lifetime like maybe one body life. We talk about many body lives, many lifetimes to come to Samadhi. It might never happen, it might happen. This is not in our hands. This is, we don't have any control of that, I think. The only control we can have is our attitude towards what we are doing and our direction, what we take in life. The asana are just a tool, as pranayama is a tool, but there is a evolvement through these different steps towards a more spiritual path of practicing. Actually, the only thing we can be sure of is going to happen in this life with this body is that the body will die. And maybe that's the least we want to talk about, is that aspect. And that's why I think many people get hooked on the asana practice, because they think the body will stay like this forever. But as years go by, you will see that the body will not stay like a 25-year-old body or 35-year-old body. It will change. And in the end of the body's life, the body will die. And that's the only thing we can actually be very sure about in this lifetime. And we don't have any control when that will happen. And I think that's a very important part to integrate into a yogic practice.